Hey y'all, whether you're a makeup influencer or a cryptocurrency analyst, an esports game coach, or a telehealth life coach, Lord only knows these days, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to help you stand out with a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything. That's right, girl. Whatever your NFTs or your ABCs are, I don't know any of that. You can sell that with Squarespace, and you can collect email subscribers and convert them into loyal customers while displaying posts from your social profiles on your website and even using the analytics feature to gain insights to grow your business. So if you're ready, head on over to squarespace.com/read to start your free trial. And when you're ready to launch your site, use offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Kifir and Crystal would love to see your sites. We've been doing this for a long time, so send them to us. Let us know what you've built with Squarespace and The Read, and let's start the show.
Welcome back to another episode of the show. Here with us tonight, today, tomorrow.
Correct.
Okay.
All that.
I am Susie Carmichael.
And I am Regina Hall. This is The Read. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, my name is Susie. Who you think I love it?
My favorite Hood Rat song. Remind me to tell you about how I had a good time in Detroit with that song and some ghetto niggas, but
that sounds like a recipe.
It was a fun. Where's your mic?
Magic.
How come I can't see your mic?
Oh, I don't know. It's right here.
I feel like I'm talking to myself right now.
Oh, well.
Okay, never mind.
Need to see
no,
it.
You're right.
It's
I don't.
Imperfect. Right. Let me make sure it's. Yeah, it's working.
Okay. All right. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Hootie hoo. I had a good time in Detroit with the Hood Rats doing that song. Yes.
Yeah.
We had fun.
That's amazing.
It was fun.
Well, I would like to skip over the wellness track.
Oh, that means you're not doing well.
No one needs that information
right,
or that energy going into what is a comedy.
All right. All right. We'll talk about it later. What's
Let's
going
all
on?
Laugh
What's going on as far as Black Excellence?
Black Excellence, the Golden Globes took place. And let me tell you how I know that the Golden Globes took place, because my mama called me last night when I was coming off work and was like, "Oh, isn't this by your house? Aren't they doing this over because you live there?"
Oh, classic Black mama. Yes.
No, the Golden Globes is not happening next to my house. What?
She said, "Aren't these your friends?"
Oh, well, I just figured. Anyway.
Oh, I love that. Yes. Who did your mama think you knew?
I have no idea. Probably everybody.
Everybody Black. She was probably like,
yeah, probably the Black
Quinta,
people.
That's a friend of yours? Quinta, you said you work with a short Black girl.
She loves Abbott.
I'm sure that's the same person.
Yeah. But like, bitch, if you don't think I would always be talking to you about Abbott Elementary and all these people, well, at the same time, I don't be talking to my mama about anything.
I get it.
It has to do with anything.
My mother has no idea what I do, still to this day. So I understand.
Yeah, me neither.
I really do get it.
Talking about being a little baby in the manger when I talk to her. Like, I don't talk about my life.
But niggas did rack up at the Golden Globes.
Indeed. Angela Bassett. A deserved best performance by an actress in a supporting role for Black Panther Dose.
I love
Wakanda Forever.
And didn't she say, didn't I give everything? Yeah. Haven't I give? And didn't she leave it all right there on the Disney lot? She did.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful performance and
probably
very
Tyler
well
Perry
deserved.
Studios.
Probably, knowing the industry and knowing how much shit shoots in Atlanta, I would not be shocked. But fully deserved.
And she probably has a lot named after her over there. You know that lots are named after niggas.
They're all named after iconic actresses from Tyler Perry's grandma's day.
Yeah.
Oh, that was shadier than I meant it to be. Like, it's a
Yeah.
lot of
Maybe aunt.
you
Maybe
will
just aunt.
you will not let me live. Anyway, fully deserved as far as the Queen Mother goes. Like,
Yeah.
she really did turn it. If you haven't seen Black Panther 2, I don't know what's wrong with you.
At this point, girl,
It's still in theaters. It's still in theaters and it's streaming. So what's wrong with you niggas? Like, is it streaming legally? Maybe not. But like,
I don't
at this
think it's
point,
streaming yet.
okay. At this point, you should have seen it regardless, though. So, yeah, a big congratulations to her for sure.
Quinta Brunson won Best Performance by an Actress in a TV Series, Musical, or Comedy.
Beautiful. Yes. Very much.
As her role is Miss Janine. Miss Janine
Mm-hmm. That's her.
Teagues.
That's her.
And Tyler James Williams won Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role.
Yeah.
For the same show. Where his character... Well, never mind.
Mr. Gregory Eddy, what about him?
Where he has my name.
Oh. Well, what can I say? Gregory's are just iconic. But this... what I love
speech
about
was so cute.
that it was really good, and it was very much deserved. And what I extra special love about Abbott is that the white people are the last ones to be awarded. No shade to Chessie, no shade to the white boy who plays Mr. C, because they are great. They are really great at what they do.
Very, very great.
But I love that all the black people got their shit first. I do. I love it. And Abbott, y'all know how I feel about Abbott. So huge congratulations going out to y'all. And just got renewed for season 3.
Season 3.
That's
yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Poo, boo-boos.
And they got Best TV Series.
It's a great show. And it's only
really,
up from
really
here.
good.
It's only up from here. So big congratulations to Quentin, all the cast and crew. Congratulations. And the writers. Woo!
It honestly is, I think, more of a, I mean, I don't know. I haven't dipped my toes too much into y'all's social media conversations, but like, it's incredibly impressive how honest, authentic, real, and edgy, but still like family enough, like anybody can watch it.
Yeah.
It's still like wholesome while still being smart. Like, it's really, really well done.
It is.
Like, I love that show. It's so good. And Quinta Brunson's story is just exemplary, and she's awesome, and she deserves everything that's happening to her. And I hear nothing but good things about her from people who work with her and like, or who have. So, yeah.
Yeah, she's great. Truly the definition of the new school people who literally came up from Vine and the internet and who proudly claim that and who managed to parlay all that internet shit into a real live career making so much money. So,
but it's easy to take those moments and take that part of your life and do nothing with it or just not be a decent person.
Absolutely. And there's countless examples of that too. So for Quinta have had the vision from early on, like, yeah, y'all know me from BuzzFeed videos and he got money and Vines and all that, to actually turn all that, kind of parlay it into this bigger career, kind of like what Issa did with Awkward Black Girl and The Evolution. Like, you really just can't deny the people who managed to take their online popularity and turn it into something bigger and better and greater. So shout out to
But also something that like really serves communities, you know, like that really like fills a need and really like shines light on people. It's so much bigger than just the creator. It's very easy to like, I think, also fall into some shit where you get to be in the spotlight and go and
it's
like,
all about me. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
They take everything they do and they make it into like material differences for actual teachers in low income areas, like getting them the supplies they need, getting them funding, like turning an eye to how fucked up the educational system really is. Like,
yeah,
it's important shit that Abbott is doing as well as entertaining all of us. And I'm just obsessed. So thank you, Quinta, and everybody involved.
Miss Zendaya scooped Best Performance by an Actress in a TV series for her role in Euphoria, because who else?
Deserved.
I'm sorry?
That crazy little nigga, she's nuts.
Who else?
Nobody. Even though she couldn't beat her, they still gave it to her. I was shocked.
Yeah, there was, I don't know why I picture like a room full of queens arguing with one bitch who had like another person in mind for this.
Work Drag Race.
Yes, very Drag Race. Like everyone in the room was decided that it was Zendaya. And for whatever reason, some other queen was just like, well, no. I think that it should be Katherine Heigl, because whatever. And they just like destroy this bitch. Like, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you watch Euphoria season?
Did you watch it?
Oh my goodness.
Because it had me, Euphoria had me reaching out to every teenager I know. Being like, you know, Auntie is right here and you could always
and they
call
watch.
Me. They do.
And that's the true game.
And they don't have to have HBO to watch. They still watch.
They sincerely, that's the tea. Like,
absolutely.
They have a friend who has a big sister who has HBO Max. Yep. And they have it on their phone when they get to work or get to school. And so you just watch Euphoria.
During lunch, they eating their rolls and they chicken tenders with cheese and fries. And they watch fucking Euphoria. Teenagers.
How do you make it? And then ate that with hot chips.
We used to, listen, I was just going to say, we used to take our little $4 or $5 at lunch and make the least
and destroy our
meal.
Gastrointestinal systems. Absolutely wage war on our lower intestines. And
we used to be like, let me get some chicken fingers and some cheese on top with some fries and a Pepsi and some hot fries.
Ranch sunflower seeds.
With ranch on the side. Just ghetto. So,
and don't let you be in a good old Miami where we absolutely got into a fresh pickled egg.
Oh.
Hot sausages.
Oh, okay, Oklahoma. Why is this so country?
As like, if you wanted to get real. Real nigga.
Back when my grandma and other grandmas used to work my grandma worked in my school cafeteria.
Work.
So back then, the grandmas and the aunties, they was really cooking in the back. Like, they did the best they could with what the school system gave them. I don't know what they doing now. It's probably just heat and serve shit. But back then, they used to really be cooking, and it was a whole different game from whatever these kids have going on now. But what I know is when I watch Euphoria, I text my 15-year-old cousin and said, I just want you to know that Annie is right here whenever you need me. Because whatever these children are going through, you don't have to sacrifice yourself. Like, you don't have to go through all this ghetto bullshit. I am here. Just let me know. So shout out to Zendaya for really, bringing life and giving a voice to the new generation. Absolutely.
In whatever ways that means.
As scary as that is.
And Eddie Murphy received the Cecil B. DeMille Award, which is, I guess, like a lifetime achievement.
Yeah.
Type of.
That was pretty funny. Did you watch the whole is that Link barking like that?
I actually have no idea what the African American fuck her problem is tonight.
She barking like a grown man.
To go and cuss her the fuck out because, like,
I can't believe
it's like it doesn't matter what you have, like, what if she's in the room, cause chaos, be disruptive.
Okay.
If she's not in the room, cause chaos, be disruptive. Who the fuck could you possibly be speaking to like this at this hour? And like,
was like, I'm so confused. My baby don't normally be hollering like that.
Like,
Yes.
who the fuck? And anyways,
Why is she
what were we talking
yelling? I don't know, but
Eddie Murphy got the whatever, and I
Yes.
saw her speech.
okay. Did you see the people who did the intro to her speech?
Yeah,
Did you see Tracy Morgan?
yeah, I did.
Tracy Morgan talking about, damn, you got 10 kids. And I just knew it was going down a Nick Cannon path. And he was like, yo, pull-out game is horrible, my nigga. Like, something like that, which was extremely funny. But otherwise, like, seeing that recap of everything Eddie Murphy has done, even though I was around for, everything past, like, 94, 95, was great. It was like a good reminder of just how versatile Eddie Murphy is and how much he does deserve this. Even though the Golden Globes probably felt bullied into doing something for niggas.
Versatile.
Eddie Murphy is extremely versatile. And
I've always thought he was versatile.
He is. He's very versed and extremely good at what he does. And no matter what role he's cast in, he can play it to the fullest. And so
True.
It's just an incredible talent, and I thought it was extremely well deserved that he received this award and be acknowledged in this way. Absolutely. And
Eddie's an icon.
Oh God bless.
And he's donkey.
Gerard Carmichael.
We'll get into that.
Okay, all right, we're waiting. We're waiting.
We will get.
All right, friend. We'll wait.
So let's get into our pop culture segment, which is this called Hot Tops, Puss in Boots, The Last Bottom.
I was supposed to go see that movie yesterday and I had to skip it.
With who, Noah?
No, I was gonna go by myself, actually. But then I canceled my ticket. Should I take Noah? Is it good for kids?
As it's definitely a children/family film.
Okay.
I would take a child.
Right. Well, I mean, I was just thinking about taking myself and drinking wine and having
That's
a good
fine.
time.
No, that's fine.
But I will
take Noah down to the iPad.
Jay not gonna argue, right? I'd be like, oh, I'm taking Noah. Jay be like, bitch, it don't matter. When's she coming back?
Yeah.
8 days. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Jay don't give a fuck. I can take Noah
I'm
if
sure
I want
she
to.
wouldn't.
She don't. So we can go to the movies. Because I heard great reviews about
Did you? It's doing well. It's like number 3 right now, I think, in the box office.
I heard great reviews about Pussy and Kitten Hill, so I'm gonna go see it.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Drag Race for a second. Ooh, some of these entrances.
Oh, come on. Don't do it.
So who are you living for so far?
Well, first of all, everybody black, as always.
Boots, Lex Noir London's my fave.
I love Lex Noir London. I hate that she got into an argument with Irene about the length of her hair from the very fucking beginning because I feel like it was
that was so
stupid,
so dumb. Like, girl, why are you so pressed about my inches?
Like, if it's 40 inches or not, like, does it really warrant bringing it up over and over again?
Here's the question: did I come in here looking better than you? I did.
And did I come here? And did I come here staying to episode 2 and you didn't? Yes, I did.
Oh no.
So just shut that right up. And while we're on the subject, I would like to say I'm so thankful. First of all, Drag Race has moved to MTV, which let me know that we're moving into even further into the mainstream than VH1 or Logo. So I'm not
the
surprised.
Children are in officially.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I wasn't shocked that we had a bunch of social media queens. I wasn't shocked about Sugar and Spice. But I also love that we got some legends, Sasha Colby and
woo.
I said
the doll babe.
I said if you bitches come in here disrespecting Sasha Colby, literally go home.
It's gonna be a slow fall to hell,
literally
bitch.
Go home.
Because the girlies don't play. That's Carrie Colby mama.
And as soon as they saw her, they were like, bitch, not just Carrie Colby mama, but that is the Sasha Colby. Like,
that is the
do
one
not
and only
play
Sasha
with
Colby.
the legend. So, I'm also very glad, even though we're moving, more mainstream, that we also got right back into sending these bitches home. Because since the pandemic, Drag Race has been trying to drag it out. And I'm glad we're sending the girls home on day one like we
Beat
used
it.
to do.
Let's fucking get to it.
Because these seasons be lasting 6 fucking months. And there's no reason for that. Go
I mean, not
home.
for nothing, especially now in a time where a lot of the girls are very manufactured as soon as they show up. Like,
They
they're not
are.
coming in
They are.
in garments that you constructed yourself.
Absolutely not.
Many of you don't know how to construct a garment.
Sure
Many
don't.
of y'all barely know how to paint your face. You know what
Sugar
I mean?
and
Like,
spice.
what the fuck are we playing all of these games for? Marsha. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah. Come on.
you know what I mean? Some of the girlies go home.
Marsha just knows how to be pretty. They were like, bitch, you put on mascara and like a plaid short set.
Mom was like, oh, like, I have a face. I don't have to do much with the beat.
And that's true.
And then let me just put on whatever the fuck that I found
Yeah.
at Zara. And we're punching it.
Yeah. So I can
No,
be Jan
that's not.
and or Marsha Brady. And literally the girl is not wearing much makeup. Even when she takes it all
Actually,
off. It's like,
Jan.
yeah. I mean, but like
Jan from Drag Race.
she's a late. But she is a lady. Like, that is a lady. Even when she washes her face, you're like, Jan, what are you doing? Like,
Work. And that's fine. But for the
I'm not mad at you being naturally gorgeous. Right. It's just like, sister, we're looking for a little bit more. So everybody was lucky that Irene did something that didn't really translate for her talent. And ultimately, that's what got her in the bottom 2. And then they had lip sync for Ariana, which...
What's the Miami queen name? Majesty Fox, Big Majesty.
No, are you thinking
What's
of
her
the
name?
Houston queen?
No, the girl from Miami who came in dressed like a fox.
Oh, what was her name? The Fox girl. Fox girl drag race.
Fox Girl Drag Race.
I'm literally Googling just a Jocelyn Fox. Oh no, that's season 6.
Malaysia Baby Doll Fox.
Malaysia Baby Doll Fox. Okay, work. So, good for her. And I mean, there's a lot of, I feel like the talent pool, except for some very specific outliers like Sasha Colby, I feel like the girls are pretty much on an equal playing level. And we're going to see when it comes down to it, who has the experience with regards to performing and actually giving a show, actually showing originality, actually being that groundbreaking bitch as opposed to following what everybody else does. Like, we'll see that as the season unfolds, and I'm very excited. But, otherwise, I'm sorry it had to be Irene, but it had to be Irene. And
Bye.
Bye, girl. Bye. I'm so glad somebody actually went home on the first episode of Drag Race.
Because that hasn't happened in a coon's age.
It's been a long time. And it's just a matter of time till they have Sugar and Spice lip sync against each other.
And that could be the next episode for as far
It
as
really
I'm
could.
concerned.
Have you watched
The gimmick.
Pit Stop? Did you watch Pit Stop?
I didn't.
So Bianca is hosting Pit Stop. And
Shut your skank mouth.
I'm dead ass serious. And guess who were the guests for the first episode? Jinx and Bendela Creme.
Oh, God.
You have to go watch it. Jinx is so hot. Jinx is fucking zooted.
I just Googled it. I cannot believe they got Bianca to do this.
And Bianca said they finally got their money up.
Fair enough.
To where they could afford to book me.
Cannot believe they got this bitch.
Oh, so fun. But yes, I'm so glad Drag Race is back. And just, I'm rooting for Sasha Colby and everybody Black. But we'll see what happens as the season progresses.
As I said, Lux, Nora London, and Sasha Colby have got my G-string.
It's something about that Miss Lux Noir. She's just fucking gorgeous. And when she comes on the
gorgeous,
runway,
she's confident.
Deny her. Yes.
I really enjoy her a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what do we got pop culture wise?
Oh.
Naomi Osaka is pregnant.
Oh, congratulations. I already thought we were in the pop culture segment. So
I mean, well, yeah, that was
we were kind of, not really.
the opening, I guess.
Yes, I did see that actually on Instagram that Naomi had posted her sonogram and said, I'll see y'all when y'all see y'all, but not before this baby births itself.
Yes, basically, you can go and read the iOS press release. It's in multiple languages on Naomi Osaka's Instagram. But basically, she said, hey, girls, here's my sonogram. I'm with child.
Ew.
Me and Corday having a baby. Ew. And that she's going to be taking 2023 to do that and to soak up all of the lessons that she's about to learn. She looks forward to her kid watching one of her matches and saying, that's my mom. And that you hoes can catch her in 2024 in Australia, I believe, I think is what she said. Yeah. Where she will come for your wigs once again, and you likely will not be able to catch up. Until then, she's going to focus on her personal life. When I first read this, I was just like, oh my goodness, the children, my God, it's too soon when my work. This girl's older than my mama was when she had me, so I need to just, I said, let me shut the fuck up and mind my business. She's 25.
How old was your mama, 24?
I think my mama was like 22, 23.
Oh, word. My mama was like 28, so let me shut up.
Yeah.
But I did see that and think, good for you. I'm glad you're taking the rest of the year off. And from what she posted, honestly, that sonogram, not that I really know, but that fetus looked kind of developed. So I have a feeling she's going to be giving...
Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, that kind of look like a baby.
That's not like a little bean nigga, that's like a whole baby nigga, So I'm thinking the baby will be born in the next 4 to 5 months and she's going to take the rest of the year off to recuperate, breastfeed, and then get ready to come back for the Australian Open. So good for her. I love to see it regardless. And honestly, it just made me feel old. Like, how is Naomi Osaka having a fucking baby? That's
right. That's
what blew my mind. Like, she's a baby, but she isn't. She's having a baby. So congratulations. Good for you, sister.
She seems like a well-adjusted, both her and Corday seem like pretty well-adjusted, minding our own business.
They do.
Like burning sage, probably taking shrooms and just fucking
having
living
a good time.
Life.
Yeah.
And I hope that she has a healthy, safe pregnancy.
Yes.
And that they don't have to crack her open or whatever when the baby gets here. Whatever.
Yes.
Fucking
they don't have to slice her fucking belly open.
Hard fucking thriller, psychological Black Mirror ass shit that happens to women when they birth babies.
They have to do all kind of shit.
How the fuck do y'all honestly have this happens to people with these organs?
Mm-hmm.
And life, society specifically treats these people specifically like, fuck you. Like, first of all, we can't keep going without them.
Right.
Secondly, do you understand what the fuck is happening to their bodies?
They don't.
You don't understand and you don't care.
That's right.
Because you put laws in place to force them to do it anyway, regardless of trauma, regardless of history, regardless of health situations or whatever, and then say, whatever pops out, we don't care.
Literally that.
Okay, I just had, you can't talk to me about birthing babies and not get
it's
me
very real.
Off into our rant, because it just...
I understand, friend. I do.
Sometimes you shit. Sometimes you shit.
That's right.
Sometimes you are having a baby and you shit.
That's why, as soon as you go to the hospital, they be like, bitch, you can't have nothing but ice chips and prayers from here on out because you're going to shit yourself. And our nurses...
What if you're hungry? What if you didn't get to eat anything and now's the time?
That's too damn bad because your body is going to birth this baby regardless of whether you ate. And that is simply what the fuck it is, girl. Suiting up and enjoy it. And it's not even just like you might not even have to have your belly cut open. Like, you might not have to have a C-section, but what if you deliver vaginally, everything's going great, everybody's so excited, and then you tear from the rooter to the tutor?
Literally hole to hole.
Your whole perineum just... and it's just a pathway from your pussy to your booty hole. What you gonna do then?
Then what?
It's too much.
This isn't even uncommon. This happens to the girlies.
Leave me out
every
of it.
day.
Leave me out.
And you just have to hope that you have the healthcare and the coverage to have them stitch you back together.
Exactly.
Otherwise, then what? Scotch tape?
You do it yourself. You prop up a mirror in between your fucking thighs and you sew your own fucking perineum back together, bitch. It's too much for me, but God bless you, ladies. You
hooch
girls,
and a gooch.
You theys and thems, anybody of any gender giving birth. You have my full respect because I'm not doing that shit.
So, Rolling Stone had released a new list that they called 200 Greatest Singers of All Time. I don't know what inspires these lists besides traffic. Even myself, it could be like 15 greatest video game closing credits sequences of all time. Like, and I'll be like, oh, I wonder what's on this. Like, so I don't like 20 most fashionable second celebrity child, whatever. Like, I'll click on them just to be like, let me see if I can, I don't know, learn something or see what your taste is.
Yeah.
So I guess they get, traffic. But it's like you sat down and thought of 200 singing ass niggas for the sake of whatever. But it's Rolling Stone, why not? So I guess this was a controversial list because it left off some popular names. One most notable being Celine Dion.
Oh, I know how Jamaicans feel about their princess.
Yeah, now I'm not really sure how Jamaica is handling it. I'm sure, right? They are up in arms themselves. But certain parts of Canada, especially French Canada, not doing great. A Facebook fan club called the Redheads on Facebook had 15 of their members drive 6 hours from Montreal to New York City so that they could literally protest with signs in front of Rolling Stone while blasting "That's the Way It Is" from a portable speaker. I want to know what the girls are doing. I want to know how in the middle of 3 back-to-back pandemics, diseases, all kinds of respiratory issues and inflammatory goddamn situations. I want to know how in this motherfucking economy, I want to know how with these gas prices, I want to know how the you motherfuckers found time, initiative, gumption to drive 6 hours in the name of a stranger.
Right.
And protest outside of any the fuck where in the winter over a magazine's list. You gotta be one frosty French bitch to be like, you know what? Not my Celine.
Not on today. And we know, like, Celine is the French Canadian queen. She is. She's somehow the Jamaican queen. I don't really know how that happened, but
get into the material.
Also,
I could do a separate podcast about why that's a fact.
Also the Queen of Jamaica. But I knew this list. I knew it was for clicks, for engagement, as soon as I actually clicked it. Because they had Brandy at like 183 or 184 out of 200. So I said, okay, this is clearly for mess. This is clearly for, just to get Twitter and Instagram riled up and to get engagement going the fucking direction of Rolling Stone, even though the top 11 are all Black musicians. Which I very much appreciate. Like, it's Lil Richard, Al Green, Otis Redding, Beyonce, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, Mariah, Billie Holiday, Sam Cooke, Whitney Houston, of course, Aretha fucking Franklin coming in at number 1. It's like, nobody can argue with that. But Brandy at like 184, and then the artist you had above her, I'm like, oh, baby, please stop playing with me. Like, but also, I understand that they do these lists simply for the clicks. They do it for the engagement. They do it so y'all will come to their site, and they do it so y'all will argue about whatever Rolling Stone is doing. Like, that is the point. They know good and damn well this is going to be divisive no matter how they vote. So I wasn't going to get too riled up about it regardless. But as soon as I saw that, I said, now, come on now. Like, Brandy has me blocked for good reasons, but y'all not finna play her. Like, she is not an exceptional talent. 183.
100 something?
Baby, please. The bottom 20? Absolutely not.
That doesn't make any sense.
You're not doing that with Brandy the Voice, as far as I'm concerned. So I knew right then, even though they had like Prince at 16, and then they had Bob Dylan and Freddie Mercury and Patsy Cline and John Lennon ahead of him. And I'm like, I guess these are iconic white voices to white people. Personally, to me, I don't care. I don't see how these people are ranked above Celia Cruz or Nina Simone or Smokey fucking Robinson. Like,
and that's what I'm saying. It's like, these are
Mahalia Jackson. What?
These are like, whatever. Like, go ahead. You want the discourse. That's a part of it. Like, you want people to go ahead and argue and have their discussions about it. You can do that right at home on social media like the fuck everybody else. I think even in my brightest standing heyday, when I would probably elbow you in your sternum about Beyonce.
Amen.
I still don't think that I was traveling across state motherfucking lines to argue in her goddamn name. When she was gonna do it. Bitch, I wish you would be like, Billboard snubbed the doll girl. We're driving to Phoenix, fucking Arizona to go tell them what's what. Bitch, not with me.
No. Billboard snuffed Beyonce, so I'm gonna send 4 or 5 very angry tweets about it. And that's the end of it. I'm not leaving my home. Canadian niggas said, we don't give a fuck. Come snow, come wind, come icy rain. We are going to defend our queen.
Variety posted that one of the founders of the Facebook group said the list is ridiculous. No Madonna, no Celine. They're clearly focused on American singers and we don't understand. I'm like, you're pissing in the face of your own cause here. Because Madonna's from fucking Michigan. So I don't know. And then also we're talking about singers.
I was going to say, Madonna and Voice, please stop playing with yourself. Like, don't do that. Why did you? Of all the people you could have brought up, I'm sure Canada has better singers than that lady. So, don't know why y'all did that. But, and you know, given the winter in Canada, I really don't know why y'all left y'all homes. But just remember, these media outlets, they exist online in order to get you to click. That is their whole point. So just remember that before you engage.
Speaking of singers and voices, there's just that one Whitney Houston joke that I guess did not go over too well.
Oh, Lord.
Golden Globes.
Okay.
So
Let's do it.
Gerard Carmichael, host of the Golden Globes that took place this week, had a couple of jokes that were received, outside of the laughter you'd hope for. One of which was around Whitney Houston and her death. Now, he said at one point, we're pressed for time, but they wanted me to shut out the venue that we're in. So here we are live from the hotel that killed Whitney Houston, the Beverly Hilton. You guys, so exciting. So this has had people quite upset and very, very over Miss Carmichael. And yeah, I don't know what to do with that. Like, so I'm curious.
Okay.
Go ahead. What do you think?
So I'm of two minds, actually, with regards to this. I felt like, on the one hand, this is Whitney Houston. The way she died is not funny. Struggling with substance abuse is not funny, especially all the things we know about Whitney since she died, the shit she went through, and the way that like Gerard is able to come out and exist while being an out entertainer, and Whitney never had that opportunity, is very much like, girl, how dare you? So I get that. And on the other hand, I feel like this is very much in line with Gerard Carmichael's humor. And it was very similar to other jokes he made throughout the night. That one about Shelly Miska, whoever, and that
Shelly Biskovich. Now that one was funny.
Yeah, listen, I literally screamed when he was like, "Oh, you know, we'll trade these back if you just let us know where Shelly is at." Like, that was. So I feel like that was kind of along the same lines, like a white woman who everybody knows or presumes is dead because of some shady shit, and then Whitney Houston, a beloved Black icon. And I feel like, you know, niggas especially just didn't want him to make that joke. So I kind of see both sides of it. I see like, ooh, this was tacky and Whitney didn't deserve that. And also like, this is very much in line with everything Gerard Carmichael has done since he became popular. And so I'm really not shocked at it at the same time. And am I angry? Not really. Like, was it in poor taste or whatever? Sure. But am I mad at him about it? No. Like, this is what I expect from Gerard Carmichael. And clearly he went into this gig knowing that he would never, ever, ever be asked to officiate any major award show ever again.
Well,
and so he decided to go balls to the wall with it. I wouldn't have done it. I definitely would not have done it. But, you know, I'm not necessarily pissed about it. That's fucked up, but I didn't waste my energy on it, or I didn't use my energy on it.
Yeah, for me, I didn't think it was funny, but I also wasn't offended.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it didn't feel like he was making fun of Whitney Houston. It felt like he was taking a dig at the hotel and them being brazen enough to be like, shut out the venue. Like, I know this venue for being where Whitney Houston died. Yeah. So.
And for it still being wide the fuck open after she died. Like, they didn't shut that hotel down. They were like, okay, let's get her body out of here. And then the party's going to keep going. Like, that was very much the vibe when Whitney died.
So I didn't think it was funny, maybe because of the way that it was constructed or delivered. I don't know. It didn't make me laugh, but I also wasn't like offended by it. Yeah. However, I understand that we are very sensitive about our Whitney Hutton.
Absolutely.
And don't play games by her. And God damn it, the movie's still in theaters. And so, you know what I mean?
It is, yeah.
The girlies were very sensitive about it and so on. Like, I'm not familiar enough with Gerard Carmichael's individual. Like, I know that he will make, you know what I mean? Like, whatever type of joke that might land however you feel. I mean, that's part of the challenges of being a comic. But yeah, that joke to me was not like I don't know if it landed on me differently than it may have landed on other people, or if like Whitney Houston, I think is just off limits for a lot of folks, especially Black folk, which I get. But it just didn't make me laugh. However, I found it funny that I feel like more people audibly laughed at that joke than the Shelly Miskovich joke. Like that one, they were
stunned.
Like they were like, it just felt like I feel like one living bitch in that fucking venue laughed at that Shelly joke. I don't know if that was Leah Remini or if it was somebody else, but like somebody screamed, like one person.
Yeah.
But other than that,
yeah, I felt like, I mean, honestly, pretty much the same way. I think kind of irreverent humor is his thing. And it's going to piss people off. And it's going to piss off people on both sides. It's going to piss off liberals. It's going to piss off conservatives. And I'm not necessarily a huge fan of it. I'm much more a fan of like say things you mean and stand up in it and like be about what you say. But I mean, I don't know. I think as far as a host goes with the Golden Globes, your job is to get people talking about the Golden Globes. And that is what he did.
Good point. I feel like it maybe could have landed differently if it was constructed, like I said, or if it was constructed or delivered differently. It feels like something that he came up with in the moment and didn't really think of ways to like expand as a joke.
Right.
Or whatever. But again, it felt like more like being like, what the fuck is you talking about? To the venue and them being like,
exactly,
big up the venue. To me, again, then being like, let me take a dig at dead Whitney Houston. But I get why people were not feeling it, and I respect that too.
If he had said this is the venue that didn't give enough a fuck about Whitney Houston to shut this bitch down after she died, niggas would have taken that very differently.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Than the venue that killed Whitney Houston, like...
Right.
It's a slight change in verbiage, but it would have made all the difference with some people. But I also think, as far as getting niggas riled up, he did his job. Nobody expected him to keep that audience under control. Everybody knows that the Golden Globes is where niggas go to get drunk. You're going to get like crackers and green beans and then all the alcohol you can fucking drink. And everybody, as the night progresses, then people are going to get drunker and drunker. So everybody knows this is not going to be the most quiet audience, even though he tried. But I wasn't really surprised at what he did or the backlash to it. As soon as he said it, I was like, damn, Gerard, damn, niggas was on your side.
Because it also, like, again, it just felt like out of nowhere we're taking a shot at Whitney.
Right.
You know what I mean? It just,
And Whitney has taken enough. She has taken enough.
That whole thing. Of course, Pat Houston talking about the Whitney Houston estate is not funny.
Girl, womp, I bet you don't.
And felt like it was in poor taste. Pat, shut up.
Shut up. Like, if it had been like, we are here at the Beverly Hills Hotel where Pat Houston wouldn't cancel it even if her own daughter died. Like, even that, I feel like people would have received more warmly than they did
Pat
the
got
joke.
Nerve.
She does. Especially, like, sending Whitney's fucking hologram out here, girl. We don't want to hear it from you as far as like disrespectful. Please shut the fuck up.
We can go on all day.
Please shut the fuck up. But yeah, I also don't want to do too much because Gerard Carmichael is, kind of like a hashtag different nigga. So
I don't care about that.
Just
saying the joke was funny.
Anytime niggas come out and immediately align themselves with white men, I'm like, oh girl. Well, I don't know what to do with this either, sister. But, it is what it is. And he got everybody talking about the Golden Globes, which ultimately was his job.
It's completely irrelevant to that. Work MJ looked amazing.
Period. Did. That's my mother.
And got her fucking standing ovation.
Which she deserved.
Deserved.
Yes.
Ryan Murphy may do a few things. One of the things she did correctly was tell them motherfuckers to get on all of their feet
out her game
for the doll baby.
Absolutely.
In fact,
and
that's right.
You have to give it to Uncle Billy Porter. because she
Host
came through.
tail.
She came through in her suit with the whole fucking cape. What the hell was that? I don't even know what that's called. With your whole suit extended.
Get out your hood feeling.
Ankles and yeah, really a beautiful moment. There was a lot of deliberate negrosity. They had Niecy Nash doing the intro or whatever for when Quinta won, and of course they had what's that boy's name? I just forgot it that fast. The host, Daniel
Gerard.
They had Gerard introducing Niecy, talking about, oh, well, we both gay now, so it's all good or whatever. So it's like, oh, funny Negro and gay jokes and all this. And Niecy Nash is living the life I deserve and it's fine for her or whatever. Like, that's good. But I'm just saying, like, there was a lot of fun Negro moments sprinkled throughout that made me think they're never doing this again.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine.
I hope you enjoyed it. They're never doing that again.
Yeah, no, they won't be doing that.
But I hope all the black people had a good time.
You always gonna find some black comedians to host your shit, though, because we always gonna be funniest. And we're always gonna be the most compelling. We're always gonna be like the faves. Like,
Tracy
you're always
Morgan.
going to beg the girlies to come host, period, all the time, because we're the dolls.
Tracy Morgan made that Walmart joke. And he talked about Eddie, talking about, nigga, your pullout game needs some work. Like, get off of that lady. Leave her alone. Like,
try as you might, you can, whiteness and white power will want to skimp and dance around us as much as you want to.
We're just funny.
Because we're just going to.
And we're a good time.
Fantastic at comedy, sports,
absolutely,
arts, crafts, engineering, architecture, math, science, health, hospitality, fashion,
all those things.
Sports.
I love to hear it. I love to see it. I love to be a part of it. Amen.
What else do I have here? Oh, so rapper Glorilla has had to step forward and tell the girlies that she's not scamming after multiple people have stepped forward and claimed that folks claiming that they are a part of Glorilla's team have scammed them out of their hard-earned coinage.
Oh, no.
Hair and body care business owned by one Kimberly Renfro says that she paid $1,000 to a man who claimed that he was Glorilla's manager. After receiving the payment, apparently the alleged manager asked for more cash and then ghosted Miss Kimberly. A choreographer stepped forward claiming to have a similar experience where they were supposed to be paid $1,500 for a 5-hour dance lesson that they never received after going into communication with someone claiming to be a part of Glorilla's team. So Glorilla has released a statement that says, quote, "I was made aware that an individual has been impersonating members of my team and deceiving people for money as a part of a scam. I'm looking into the issue, but I'd like to encourage all my fans and supporters to be very careful with how they communicate with online strangers.
I bet.
It's important to do research and take the appropriate steps to prevent yourselves from being victimized by cyber criminals posing as celebrity teams." So do you think it's a first or a second cousin that Glorilla has that's majoring in public relations and advertising at the moment?
Whoever wrote that statement, I would say probably a first cousin who is midway through their bachelor's degree in journalism, because that was pretty tight and really
not incorrect.
Yeah, not incorrect. Cover all the bases. Like, I'm never going to be too hard on Black girls, especially Black girls under a certain age, that age being like 25 or 26. Because you're not even done growing up yet. And when you go from being a regular ass nigga to a famous nigga and a famous nigga with money, everything changes very quickly. So
Glorilla is 23.
23 years old and has a hit song with Cardi B. And like, I mean, the thing is, like, when you're that famous, everybody is going to talk about you, but very few people can relate to what it is you're going through. Very few people can put themselves in your shoes at that age. Yes.
Especially the assistant that you pay $550 a week.
And I said from the beginning, $550 a week for an assistant is terrible money. As a former assistant, y'all know that when we started this show, I was working at MTV every week and getting the letters ready and everything before I left from work. And then I would go straight from work to the studio and record this show. Like, y'all know that was my job. That was the last job I had before I left and started doing this full time.
I had to beg you to quit.
You did. Because I was like, one thing about MTV, they give me my money on time. I don't have to ask where my check is at. And it took like a couple of years for me to get comfortable enough to quit my job. But even as like, I mean, I'm a full-time executive assistant. $550 a week is terrible money. And I'm not going to defend that ever. It's very much a salary you give your play cousin who ain't got nothing else going on. They dropped out of school and they don't really know what they want to do. And they need something to do until they figure out their way. That is a salary you offer that person. That is not what you offer a professional assistant, because no professional assistant worth their salt is going to work 40 plus hours a week plus travel for that kind of money. They're just not going to do it.
Insane.
Because I made more than that working at MTV, and anything I did outside of MTV, they paid for. Talking about, well, I'll pay for your flights. Girl, that is the bare minimum. What you mean? I'll pay for your flights. You're supposed to. Yeah. Talking about, well, I'll give you more if you pay for your own flights. Bitch, I'm working for you. So I said, but you're young. You're a young Black girl, so I'm not finna drag you. But sister, that ain't it. That's just not it. And this other shit, I'm not shocked if niggas posed as like being part of Glorilla's team and then scammed y'all out of y'all money for that. I'm not shocked about that. So yeah, do your research, hit up her actual team, hit her up, and like get confirmation that whoever you're working with is actually affiliated with that artist before you donate your time or money or whatever else to that person, for sure.
Last but not least, Bald Lightyear, aka Toy Story Lanes, has apparently had his sentencing delayed after he switched lawyers. He's got a brand new lawyer named David Kenner, who apparently represented Snoop Dogg in Snoop's 1996 murder trial, for which he was acquitted. Apparently, this lawyer also defended Suge Knight during a wrongful death suit that ended in a mistrial. So the girls are like, what niggas likely did it but got away with it? How can we get into the mix and try to do this one more again? So the new lawyer, David Donnie Kenner, out of New Jersey, which is just delicious to me because it screams a waste of time. But again, he's had successful trials. So, and I don't know anything about fighting the law.
Yeah.
So
no,
same. My business.
And I would like to stay there. Amen.
But they've rescheduled his sentencing from January 27th to a full month later to February 28th. Tory's new lawyer is preparing to file a motion for a brand new trial and a separate motion to dissolve a protective order that is barring Tory from discussing the case, which he's been doing anyway. So I don't know how that works. But yeah, the girlie showed up to court in a jumpsuit and a white rosary and is going to try and do this whole thing again. Now, no idea how that's supposed to work after the public fully got audio of him talking to Kelsey and basically saying everything but literally I shot that bitch directly in her feet.
Literally that.
To the point where a lot of you niggas who had everything to say are underneath rocks, boulders, and stones right now. Trying to act like you didn't have all of the most to say. That's fine. We'll remind you when you come out for air. So I guess we'll see how this goes. We're gonna waste more of our own black ass time while the girlie plays the games that are, you know, we can expect to be played. In the meantime, you know, attached to that, Soulja Boy got in the mix, pandering via Instagram Live.
What?
Talking about, did you see this? You didn't see this clip of Soulja Boy on Instagram Live?
No.
Talking about niggas is shooting bitches now. I'm the only nigga in the rap game that's gonna say something. Well, fuck you, Tory Lanez.
Oh, amen.
Fuck you. Any nigga that'll shoot a bitch is a bitch. It's just like the most like he's right, but it's also very much like you're doing this to be the nigga who's going to get on some blogs for saying the thing that niggas should be saying. Like it felt very much like standing outside of a concert with like scalped tickets or that. Like I'm happy that you're not saying the opposite, I guess. But I could also be even happier if you would sit down and shut your ass up.
Yeah, I think a lot of my issue is like if you weren't saying this before the verdict came out, then it's very hollow.
Like,
because all this is true anyway.
Niggas shooting bitches now? Niggas shooting bitches now? You say no, because he shot her forever ago. Like that, no. You could have said this when this happened. I don't know why you're reacting the way that.
Yeah.
But there's that. 50 Cent also apologized for being an asshole or whatever.
As he should have. Motherfucker.
On Big Boy in the Neighborhood or whatever. And I'm just like, oh, so I guess he said, where's the quote? I guess like the same audio that I referenced.
Oh, the jail audio when he called. Yeah, when he was talking to Kelsey. Bitch ass.
He said that made me feel like now I know what happened. I'm sure that's what probably swayed people in court too. No fucking shit. But you know what probably also helped? You know, an eyewitness testimony, several pieces of evidence from like trained, schooled, educated professionals. You know, common living black goddamn earthly sense.
That's really it.
Those types of things. But you needed to hear from a nigga involved saying, basically, I did it for you to believe. Okay. Well, I'm sure that Megan will take that apology and stick it right into her urethra. Like, I don't know what the fuck is it. Like, what? Fuck y'all niggas. Like, okay, great. Yeah. Thanks for finally getting here. I don't know.
I mean, yes, you apologize, but you should have. Like, she was owed that apology. It's not like, oh, thank God 50 Cent apologized. That was fully what you were supposed to have done. And that goes for everybody fucking else. And it's just a damn shame. Like you said when we talked about the verdict, it's a damn shame how many of you niggas decided that after the audio of the jail call came out, now it's time to apologize to Meg. It was been time to apologize. Y'all should have never came for her the way you did. But I'm also not surprised that he has new lawyers. Honestly, looking at the way this trial went, who could be shocked? His lawyers put his star witness on the stand for the star witness to be like, yeah, I saw the short one shooting the gun and being crazy. Like, this is your own witness. Your own witness put the gun in. Your own witness put the gun in your hands, my nigga. Of course you have new attorneys.
You fucking bald bitch.
That shit was so funny. So I'm not surprised that he has new attorneys, new counsel, and I'm not shocked that they gave them another month to like try to get it together before sentencing. But I don't see how the verdict changes unless Tory is willing to get on the stand and lie. So we'll see. I'm still keeping my fingers, toes, urethra, ovaries, and everything else crossed if this nigga goes to jail, but we shall see. But regardless, y'all know that he did this shit. We all know that he did this shit. It's just whether he gets punished by the system. And y'all know that. So.
All right. I love Now and Laters. I'm sorry. I don't know. Like, you are so yummy.
I thought those were edibles that you were chewing on.
That many?
Them little, the Lost Farm ones, they look just like Starburst. So I thought you were eating those.
I'm eating Now and Laters.
I mean, you know, you're not talking about your feelings, so maybe you're just trying to feelings. So
yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
I figured that's what you thought.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought, that you were like, I'm finna get fucked up. It ain't even my segment no more. I'm finna get wasted.
Well, you're right about one thing. My segment's over. That's it for the Hot Tops this week. We're going to take a break and we'll come back for Crystal's segment. So let's just assume that you're hiring for a brand new company. It's the beginning of the new year. You need all the help you can get. And you're stressed out trying to find the right candidates to help you meet your 2023 goals in the right amount of time. Look no further than ZipRecruiter, okay? Because they will help you adjust everything you need to get the right candidates based on the preferences that you need for your job. ZipRecruiter has powerful matching technology that it can use to help you find the right candidates. With ZipRecruiter, you can even send a personal invite to candidates who seem perfect for the job, so they're more likely to apply. Plus, the work environment may look different these days with everything that's going on, so ZipRecruiter offers attention-grabbing labels like remote and training provided. More than that's just to speak to job flexibility. Let ZipRecruiter help you find the best people for all different kinds of roles that you might need. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. You're not trying to waste no time. 2023 is here. You already done started putting up all of your goals and everything, all of your manifestation stuff on social media. You ain't got no time to waste because the girls are watching. So go to this exclusive web address to try ZipRecruiter for free. It's ZipRecruiter.com/theread. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/THERAD. ZipRecruiter is the smartest way to hire. Go show them some love, hire someone new, and let them know we sent you. Let's get back to the show. Alrighty, folks, we're back. It is time for your listener letters.
Yes, it is. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We may read them aloud on the show. Our first letter this week comes from Kayla, who says, "Hey, Crystal and West. I'm a 26-year-old black..." I just heard it.
Yeah.
My auntie has no idea how iconic Crystal and West is. She has no idea.
Or incorrect. How also wrong.
She has no idea. But anyway, thank you, Kayla. She says, I'm 26. I've been dating a 28-year-old black man for the past 6 months. Things are largely fine. He's respectful, intelligent. We have similar interests, but we have independent lives, etc., etc. Everything's so great. However, we live about 30 minutes away from each other. It's kind of a trek, but options are slim in these streets. For the past few months of our relationship, we've been taking time spending a few nights throughout the week at each other's houses, usually after a date. My boyfriend just told me tonight that he doesn't want to sleep at my place anymore because it's too hot and he doesn't like my mattress. Instead, he said he'd rather drive home in the middle of the night. Now, I'm comfortable with my bed and the temperature. To be honest, for me, his bedroom is way too cold and it occasionally has dog hair in it. But I really value our time together more than the annoying things about our sleeping situation. Especially because it's not something more serious like roaches or unwashed sheets. Without him sleeping over at my place, I feel like our relationship will be skewed with me putting in more time than he does. Plus, I like to be in my own home too because I bought the damn thing. Am I wrong for wanting to break up with him over him not wanting to sleep at my house? Or am I being dramatic? And do I need to respect his boundaries? This all happened 10 minutes ago, so I'm a little hot. Thanks. Love y'all.
Girl, if you don't get the fuck out of this goddamn inbox talking about this shit happened 10 minutes ago with this fake ass bullshit, that's not a problem. Girl, Kayla, if you don't motherfucking let that nigga turn the goddamn thermostat down and get a motherfucking weighted blanket, what are you even actually talking about in 2023 right now?
Oh, I love when we're on
It's
the same
hot,
page.
and this nigga don't like that it's hot, so I'm gonna break up with him. Okay, well, now's the time to do it, I guess.
You said yourself, y'all live 30 minutes apart, but y'all still date because it's rough out here. But you asking, should you break up with him because of a temperature difference?
First of all, 30 minutes, as if girls don't live a full 8-9 hours apart and still make it work.
Nothing. 30 minutes is nothing.
You live on the other side of the city.
Now in Tulsa, you can go from the deep north. You can go from Turley to Broken Arrow in 30 minutes. And I know most of y'all don't get that.
Nothing to me.
Most of y'all don't get that.
Far.
But you can go from the deep hood to the deep suburbs in 30 minutes when it comes to Tulsa, Oklahoma. So, especially in New York, 30 minutes is nothing for me to get to you.
I get from Perrine to Fort Lauderdale in 30. That's nothing.
It's not. This is what I'm saying. And so for him to be like, oh, I don't want to sleep at your place no more. It's too hot. I don't like your mattress. I'd rather go home. To me, that seems like it's worthy of a deeper conversation. Like, is he willing to talk about it? Is he willing to compromise? Because to me, if he's not willing to even talk about it, that means he's looking for a reason to leave you alone. And the temperature of your bedroom and the firmness of your mattress is the reason. But if he's not even willing to discuss it, if he's not even willing to have a conversation, like, I feel like that's where it's going. If he is, then y'all can talk about it. Like Kid Fury said, you can get an extra blanket. Like, it's literally nothing to be like, okay, so we'll turn the temperature down. And everybody I know who loves ice cold bedrooms when they sleep, they just have hella fucking blankets. They always have blankets. Their house is cold as fuck. And they always have hell. My best friend Adrienne, since we were 17, Adrienne has been that bitch where you go to her dorm room, it's always on icy. Always. Like that. Adrienne's room was the coldest room I ever went to in Walker Tower. And even now, like, you go to her home, it's cold as fuck because Adrienne likes her house to be cold. And the rest of you niggas can put on fuzzy socks and put on a blanket or whatever else, and you can warm yourselves up. So I just feel like there's a healthy middle ground if both of you want to get there.
Yes.
But if you don't...
It's called a respectable 69 degrees.
And see, 69 degrees to me is not even cold no more. But
it really isn't.
It's really not. It has to get down to like 42 for me to be like, oh, it's cold out here. For someone who likes it cold, 69, 70 is like actually 70 because bitch, I like it cold. Please, not 70.
So 70 is like, girl, it's hot. Like,
it is hot.
I'm like 70. It is hot. I'm not doing it.
Especially once you get down to 69, 68. I'm
not going to be in 70 degrees with a weighted blanket on.
No, I'm gonna sweat all night.
I'm not doing that. But some people like it warmer. To me, I just think it's hilarious that you're like, this nigga don't like my house because he say it's hot, I'm finna leave him. Like, we have people who are writing in who are like, my man fucked my sister and got my mama pregnant and then he shot my daddy between the eyes.
Don't tell the next letter. Don't tell the
But I love him. What do I do?
You're literally telling the next letter, but it's fine.
And your nigga is just like, your house is hot. Yeah. I'm finna go home.
And he don't like the mattress. Now, the mattress is another situation.
Oh, yeah.
That's another thing. Like, do you
No.
and you should be real with yourself. Do you have a cheap mattress?
Let's be honest.
Is
It's
his
okay if you
more
do.
comfortable?
Who hasn't been there?
And if he has the better mattress, can y'all make it work? I don't think this is
I don't see why not.
I don't think this is an automatic breakup situation. I think this is like mattresses are much more expensive to replace and much harder to change than the temperature of the fucking room. So if it's
or the room that I choose to go to sleep in tonight.
Right. If his room is too cold, I don't have no problem putting on my fuzzy socks or whatever. And then you fuck me to sleep in my fuzzy socks. And we go to sleep in your room and you are laying there bare naked, exposed to the elements. And I am all snuggled up under the weighted blanket and 3 other blankets. Like, I just feel like these differences can be worked through. But,
but I mean, I'm never going to stand in the way of you niggas leaving a nigga. Like, ever.
Ever. Not ever.
If that's
ever,
what you
ever.
choose to do on any living day of God's week,
that's right.
I agree. Do I think that this is something worth leaving a nigga over? No. But if you want to, the way it seems like you've made your mind up, hey.
Yeah. I don't think you're being dramatic and, I just need to respect his boundaries. I just think a conversation is warranted here. And if he is completely unwilling to compromise, then yes, break up. Because a nigga who is not even trying to find a middle ground with you is not somebody who is going to make a good long-term partner. But if he's like, oh, damn, babe, I didn't realize it was that serious. Like, let's see what common ground we can find regardless. I think that is like a much healthier situation.
I want you to write back in and let us know how hot it be in your apartment.
It's probably like 76.
Bitch. I need to know. If you write back into me telling us that you are in 76 degrees trying to go to sleep and have a problem with this nigga getting up and leaving, and your mattress is uncomfortable.
Now listen, that's a real conversation, sister. Ask yourself some hard questions. But
you know it's hot because she go over to his house and say it's too cold.
You're not wrong.
But he could be like, his place could be freakishly cold.
Yeah, it could. Like, Adrian's room and Adrian's apartment, every time we go over there, we're like, bitch, it's extremely cold in here. Like, and that's how everybody feels. Like, she's the one who's like, I suggest you niggas bundle up. Would you like a jacket? Would you like a blanket? She will. That's the thing. If you're cold in her house, she will provide something to keep you warm. So
that's what I'm saying. I have so many blankets.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay.
So well, good luck, Kayla. Let us know how it goes. Our next letter comes from Shia, who says, I'm 27 years old and I need to know if I'm doing too much. I was on Instagram recently and I saw a post that said, you just had amazing sex and your partner asked if they were your best partner, but they aren't. Would you be honest or would you lie? I reposted this post with a poll, and the guy I'm dating answered the poll and said that he would be honest. So I did exactly what the fuck I should not have done. And I asked him if his best sex was with me.
No.
He said it was not, and my feelings got hurt.
Of course. Yeah.
He tried to make me feel better by saying things like, you're going to be my last partner and the best sex is usually with a toxic person or a bad situation, and telling me how much he does enjoy having sex with me. However, I feel like he just kept digging a hole for himself while trying to make me feel better. I told him I should have never asked, while he continued to console me and tried to make me feel good. But a few hours have passed and I'm starting to feel like I want to break up with him. This is because whenever we do have sex, I'm going to be feeling inadequate, wondering if he's thinking about whoever his top person is. I'm not insecure at all, but this has randomly unlocked a jealous part of me that I've never known. Am I tripping? Would I be doing too much if I really love somebody I love over this? How would you react if your partner revealed that you're not the person they've had the best sex with? Please help. because I'm too embarrassed to talk to my friends about it, and I would like to know if how I'm feeling is justifiable or just plain childish. Thanks, Shia.
Shia, I would have never asked this shit. I know it's too...
Never.
That's besides the point at this juncture.
Never.
But I there's some shit you just don't need to know. Like, I suppose I don't understand you wanting to know if the sex you're having is good. That's a different question than am I the best sex you've had?
Right.
Because even if whether I am or I'm not,
Yeah.
who cares? Like, what you supposed to do? Go back and erase the best sex this nigga had so you could try and bump yourself up on the list?
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck cares? Like, you would want the sex that you are having to be the best that it could be. Because guess what? There might just be some shit that you are incapable of doing or some shit that you are not interested in doing that someone else has done that you are done better than you or whatever, and that shouldn't affect how you approach your relationship, your security in your relationship, or the sex that you're having. So there's just some shit that you don't need to fucking know. So I wouldn't have asked this, but I also don't think that I would be ready to break up because I'm not the best lay you've had. Like, who the fuck cares?
Right. And I feel like the excuses he tried to give you are pretty decent. Like, you're going to be the last person I ever have sex with. Like, damn, like, girl, he's thinking long term. He's thinking like marriage with you, or like the best sex is usually with a toxic person or a bad situation. That is also very true. Like, a lot of times the best sex be with the last nigga you should be fucking. The absolute last. That is not uncommon at all. That happens a lot. So I can see why he said it, and I can also see why it doesn't necessarily make you feel any better in that moment. But ultimately, like, you asked how I would feel, and me at this big age, like, Kid Fury, I would have never asked. But also, I'm going to take how you treat me and how our relationship is, and I'm going to use that as the primary data for how I move forward in this relationship. It's good to know about your partner's history, sexual history, romantic dating history, all that. That's great info to have. But more than anything else, I'm going to take how you treat me over anything else. And so, do I feel loved, respected, valued, cherished in this relationship? Is our sex life good for both of us? Like, for all you know, this nigga could be like the first time I ever really nutted. Like, that bitch is she got the crown because, like, she made me nut the first time, or like she was the first time I shot my shit into the back of somebody's throat. Like, you never know. Like, I'm just saying, like, you never know what somebody is like gauging as their high point. And you don't always
need to know.
Exactly. If he's happy with the sex, if you're happy with the sex.
Yes.
Again, this is not a question to ask. Like, let niggas volunteer
this person
this information.
Is young.
Let them volunteer
This gives me this person is young.
Oh, well, she said she's 27, so not that young.
No, not that young, but also right in the range.
Right.
That I'm thinking. Yeah, you gonna get to a point where you, like, as long as all the other boxes are checked, you're gonna be like, nigga, this is the pussy that you are getting tonight. Good evening.
Right.
Like, and we are all going to have to do our best with that. You know what I mean? But again, like, feels like you said, like, motherfuckers do this. You set your own trap and then you get pinched. Yep. It snaps you. Exactly. And then you get mad at this motherfucker when you set a trap for yourself. Like, that's not, there's no, we can't do that. It's not fair. There's no logic in that. Like, you have a sex life, which is more than a lot of people can say.
Exactly.
So take that. And run with it. Run into the fucking horizon, into the sunset with it. Okay, and be grateful. But other than that, like, just to have sex, you know, and I also think that it's healthy, regardless of your insecurity with your partner's past to spice things up and try new things and for your own sexual what's the word?
Pleasure, satisfaction,
but also evolution or journey or
Amen.
whatever, like, you know, but also just in as a means of keeping things fresh and fun in your sex life with your partner, especially if it is someone that you plan to be your last sexual partner and stuff like that. So, but that should just be something that you just focus on having the best sex that you can have with some person. Mm-hmm. Maybe the best sex that he had with somebody was a double jointed bitch. What you supposed to do about that?
You never know. Right.
What you supposed to do about that?
You're supposed to bend over backwards. You know your neck don't go that way. You know your elbows don't go that way.
You'll snap your thighs off trying to be the next bitch.
Trying to be double jointed and shit. You know you can't do that.
Trying to be a grasshopper. you girl, do what you came here to do at the best of your ability and move it.
Exactly that. I agree. I think, again, not a question that should be asked, because when it comes down to it, I'm never going to recommend somebody lie to y'all. I don't think there was anything wrong with your boyfriend telling you the truth.
Nope.
I think there was something wrong with you asking, knowing you weren't prepared to hear anything other than, babe, you're the best pussy. Your pussy is pristine. A1 pussy. I never had, oh my God, instant nuts every time. Like, I think it was something wrong with you asking, even though you weren't prepared to hear anything other than that. So, like, literally don't ask if you're not ready to hear the truth. And he told you he would tell the truth. So it's like, you really set yourself up, sister. And I think you realize that. So if I were you, I would let it go, enjoy the relationship for what it is, and let that be that. Ultimately.
I might want to know, though, if there is something sexual. I wouldn't want to be like, what's the best sex? But I might want to know if there is something sexual that my partner loves or has experienced that like blew their mind that we haven't tried.
Yes. And that's a valid question. Like, and that's something, I mean, I don't know, maybe because I have mostly dated dykes, but the question of like, what do you like to do sexually that we haven't done is not uncommon.
Yeah. And so different than like, am I the best sex? Who's the best sex? Right. Blah, 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 blah.
But like, what do you really like? Because I'm going to pull that shit out on your birthday. And I'm going to blow your fucking mind.
And I don't know how many niggas are like openly communicate things that they like sexually.
Yeah.
You know,
probably
like, I feel like some niggas are just playing slot machines with y'all's coochie and just being like, well, I hope that I
like the pussy part.
You know, yeah, hope I get snake eyes on this. I don't know. I don't gamble. I don't gamble. I guess the slot machine and then snake eyes when that starts. Anyways.
It's close. It's close.
Yeah, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? Just
oh God.
have fun.
Yeah.
And try new things and don't be afraid to try new things and no judgment and that kind of thing. And don't worry about sex from your partner's past. What are you supposed to do about that?
Exactly that. Have a good time, babe, with your partner. Keep the lines of communication open, and hopefully everything will flow forth exactly at the pace it's supposed to, sister.
Oh, that's right.
And don't ask questions. That goes for everybody. Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, regardless of the situation.
Amen.
Don't ask if you don't want to hear the truth. So that will wrap up the questions for this week. Send your letters to Ask Dear Reed. It's Ask the Reed, actually.
Wow.
But, you know,
it really is.
Me and my incredible Jamaican accent, we decided to come out and play. AskTheReed@gmail.com for your questions. Send them on over, and we're going to take another quick break. Hey, y'all, with Brooklinen keeping a resolution this year to rest well is easier than ever. You can upgrade your sleep space with the home essentials that you need to unwind. With Brooklinen, you can count on the best weaves and construction for favorites you can keep coming back to. Now is the time to invest in your space because the comforter sale is here. Now, listen. I'm not lying to y'all when I say my entire bedroom is decked out in Brooklinen, okay? From the sheets to the pillowcases to the pillows to the weighted blankets, all of it, the duvet, all of it is Brooklinen. Their comforters come in 3 weights, lightweight, all season, and ultra warm to make sure you get exactly what you need at bedtime. Brooklinen also offers a down alternative comforter that feels like down. However, it's hypoallergenic and eco-conscious. It's an option for you girls who are looking for those things. Plus, if you're looking to stock up on essentials for your space, Brooklinen's bundles are the way to go. You can buy more for bed, bath, or both and save money doing it. Like I said, baby, all of it. My robe, my nightgowns, my pillowcases, my sheets, my top sheet, my comforters, my duvet. All of it is Brooklinen. I get the best sleep. I can't wait to get in the bed right damn now. I'm finna crawl in that bed and be like, ew, night night. I love it. I'm knocked out as soon as I get in the bed and I sleep till the alarm goes off. So for a limited time, you can get that same kind of sleep with Brooklinen. They're offering 15% off their comforters. So go head on over to brooklinen.com today and use code THEREAD for $20 off plus free shipping. Maybe you're listening after the sale ended. So again, visit brooklinen.com, BROOKLINEN.com, code THEREAD. Get something nice for the bedroom. I love it. So elevate your sleep today, and let's get back to the show.
Okay, folks, we're back, and it is time for the read. Take it away, Crystal.
Well, I don't have much to say this week. I just want to talk very quickly about Gwen Stefani.
Girl, because how? How?
So you saw this as well. I'm so glad. So if you don't know, Gwen Stefani did an interview with Allure magazine in which she fully embarrassed herself by saying, she realized when she went to Japan as an adult that she's actually Japanese and, appropriating Japanese culture is not a bad thing because her dad went to Japan all the time. So, that was her Japanese influence. And it's a culture that's so rich with tradition and futuristic and all this attention to art and detail. And it was fascinating. So, I just felt like when I went to Harajuku myself that, I'm Japanese and I didn't know it. That's a direct quote. She literally said, my God, I'm Japanese and I didn't know it. Whole time she's talking to an Asian American journalist who is just sitting there like, bitch, what? And so she's like, yeah, I literally am Japanese and it's an innocence with my relationship with Japanese culture and I'm a super fan and I don't think it's right that y'all criticize me for being a fan of something beautiful and sharing it because
she's a weeb.
Thank you. I can just stop right there. I literally don't even have to do the rest of this. She's literally a weeb. She is one of those fucking weirdos from the early 2000s who is obsessed with Japan and everything Asian. And they just decide that fully immersing themselves into the culture is harmless, that it doesn't mean anything. And if you go read the article on Allure's website, which you should, as is pointed out in the article, there is a clear difference between appreciation and appropriation. And this is a conversation we have had multiple times since 2004 when she first came out with this and when she had her little gang of Asian sidekicks, Love Angel Music and Baby. Yes, that was what she called them girls. There's a clear difference, even though she was getting called out even back then about it. But it's not just, oh, I really love the way y'all do things. It also has a lot to do with your position in society, whether you're privileged, whether you hold a position of privilege over the people whose culture you claim to be appreciating, and then also whether you make any money off of it. And nobody is contesting that Gwen Stefani has made millions and millions of dollars off of her appropriation of this Japanese culture. And to be like, oh, well, when I went to Harajuku, I realized myself that I'm Japanese. Bitch, no, you are not. Talking about, oh, I'm a little bit Orange County and I'm a little bit Japanese and I'm a little bit British. Bitch, you're a little bit of a white bitch who is doing too goddamn much. You're actually a lot of bit of that. And that is it. That is all you are. It is not just appreciating these aspects of Japanese culture. You are profiting off of them as a white woman who has societal power over Asian people. And what you refuse to understand is that your insinuation that you are different only goes to show how much you are like every other white bitch. You're literally not any different from the white girls who go one time and decide that they are that thing. You're not Japanese. Oh, I saw the Harajukus and I realized that I am Japanese. You are not. You are just a white bitch who was like, wow, this is dope and I want to be a part of it, which is not necessarily harmful in and of itself, but you're acting like you being a white woman don't have nothing to do with it when it does. And like they discuss in the article, if you can benefit off of the positive, what is the right word? It's not necessarily representation, but like the stereotypes. If you can benefit off of the cute or the fun things people think about the culture, but you don't have to worry about like your grandmother or your grandfather being assaulted in the fucking streets because of this Asian hate, especially with white people acting like Asians are the reason that COVID is in America or whatever else. If you don't have to worry about your people being fucking attacked in the streets or being mocked and having people like fuck with their eyes or talking a shitty accent at you or whatever else, then that is all the more proof that what you're doing is appropriating. You're not Japanese if you get all the benefits of being part of Japanese culture and don't actually have to deal with the ramifications of being Japanese in a white supremacist culture. And that's very fucking obvious. But Gwen Stefani refuses to acknowledge that very basic truth. So I was just going to keep it extremely brief for this week and leave it right there. Fuck Gwen Stefani. I feel like it's just a matter of a few years, if that, before some even worse shit comes out. Because I could not believe that, like, it's almost 20 years later and they're asking her about the shit she did back then. And she's like, well, I just feel like the Harajuku thing, like, y'all really was tripping.
Unbelievable.
Like, girl, what? We was tripping? No, bitch, you was tripping.
Like, you really skated past the entire thing and sat through so many eras where you could have been taking notes.
Thank you.
And responded to this entire thing.
All the points. There were so many points.
How? There
were so many points. And you just said, fuck that. That ain't gonna do with me. So, man, I don't know. Just fuck her. Because it was extremely raggedy. And like, your 4 Asian sidekicks that you paid to hang around and be a part of your thing and have their bodies modeled off of your cheap ass perfume or whatever else. Like, how do you not see what you're doing here as an American white woman? Do you really think you're not appropriating the culture? Of course not. You just don't want nobody to drag you for it. But it's what you're doing. So wake the fuck up. And that's it for me. That's where I'm going to leave it today.
Okay, for me, I'm not going to take up too much time. I just want to say 2 quick things. One, I didn't come to California for all of this rain. Now, I want to say that it feels like a manifestation of my mental and spiritual illness as well as my chronic self-destruction. Mm-hmm. But that would be incredibly selfish and also just scientifically inaccurate.
That's right.
And insensitive. You know, people have lost their lives to this bad weather. California's just not built for it, which is also just like, girl, how the fuck, Mother Earth, are we dealing with this? But more than that, California, the drought girl, how is it that from what I read, it's like around 20% of this water they'll be able to maintain or keep in the state. Like there aren't enough reservoirs or whatever in order to like keep the water, hold the water. Like all of this stuff is just basically getting flushed back out to the ocean. So like all of this rainwater is coming in and motherfuckers in LA are like, oh, I just love the rain. It doesn't rain here. Oh, it's so nice. I want to dance around in it. Me, a bitch from motherfucking hurricane season where we literally will be up to our goddamn sternums in rainwater. I'm like, I'm over it. I hate it. The entire thing is kicking my depression in the balls and I want it fucking gone.
Yeah.
But it's about to just go right back to being dry and y'all motherfuckers talking about how long a bitch could take a shower because it's just not like none of these. We're doing the most to destroy the planet and throw it off of its pH balance. So it's doing the most in terms of its weather. And then we don't have no places that's built for the weather that it's getting.
Say that.
And then the girlies in charge are just like, oh, well, we won't be the first to die, bitch.
Not sure what to tell y'all, but it's not us. So good luck.
So fuck the weather right now and fuck the fact that we can't keep this water or do whatever the correct things are that we need to do. It's going to be another brush fire or some crazy shit like that where y'all going to need water or something like that in 2 seconds. So it's just really weird and strange and weird. Other than that, I would like for Juan and Robin Dixon to step to the front of the room.
I wish Juan Dixon was here right now.
Now, I'm not even going to get too deep into this because there isn't that much. It's like I expect to hear more from this story in the near future. Because what I have so far is a story of a student.
Oh, Lord.
By the name of, I think, Ibn Williams, who is a student from and plays at the university where Juan Dixon, live-in partner of Robin Dixon, is a head coach. Coppin State University is being sued by former basketball player Ibn Williams, who alleges, let's see, the suit is for negligent hiring and retention, intentional infliction of emotional distress, negligent infliction of emotional distress, and breach of contract. Now, this all comes after he claims that the assistant coach, an individual named Lucian Brownlee, catfished him, basically impersonating a young woman who the player considered himself to be working towards some sort of a romantic relationship with, sending nudes and all kinds of intimate messages and texts to this person that were then used to blackmail him into engaging in sexual acts with this assistant coach and all kinds of crazy stuff that you can go ahead and read the rest of these allegations about on your own terms if you would like. He also alleges that he brought this to the attention of the head coach, Juan Dixon, who did next to nothing.
Of course he did.
To actually help or take action against this assistant coach. Not only that, but after private materials of this players were actually leaked on Instagram, and later deleted. He was asked to come into practice the following day by Dixon, who then said that they were aware of this assistant coach having a history of mental illness or emotional distress or some kind of the stuff like that, and yet was still given a position of authority over other players and things of that. Now, like I said, that is the side of this players that we've heard as of now. I will be keeping my eye on this story.
Yeah.
But another thing that I noticed is that there are whispers that Miss Robin Dixon is bowing out of filming the show.
What?
In light of these allegations.
As she should.
No, Tiff. No, Chucky. Step to the light and stand up all buck and buff like you were when you was getting ready to walk up on Wendy and couldn't decide whether or not Sharice's ass had to put hands on you and tell you to sit your ass down.
Exactly.
Stand up the way that you did then, sis. We have questions. We want to know what's going on, girly. We want to know what's going on, girly. If Erica Jane's bug-eyed ass could sit on that goddamn TV and take all them licks when her half-dead husband went down for stealing the people money or whatever the fuck they said that man did, then you surely can come on here with this tea. Where you going, hon? Where you going?
Exactly.
Sit your ass down and get to the bottom of this with the girls. Why now all of a sudden you want to take? You finally got a motherfucking storyline to your goddamn name. Mm-hmm. And now you don't want to have discussions. Late, lame, boots, beat it. What's the name of that fucking podcast they have? Reasonably, is it called Reasonably Shady?
Oh, I don't know. I was just thinking about Jen Shah and how her ass is heading straight to jail.
Oh, no, she's doing the big one.
Yeah, no, she's going to jail. She's going to prison.
That's bigger than just a lawsuit. Yeah, she's doing big time.
The criminal courts are involved. You're going to jail, sweetheart.
Yeah, I saw Teresa say some shit like she could relate or she understands whatever. I'm like, sweetie, you did a year. They gave Jen 6.5.
And told her to give up all of her luxury items, both the real and the fake.
About 6.7 million turned in for that 9-point-something in restitution.
And you're going to jail.
Everything you got, girl, we wanted. Dogs, cats, doubloons, Fabergé eggs, red bottoms. We want the torches, the tiki torches in the backyard. Please, all that chlorine in the pool. Girl, the parakeets. We want everything. The fine China, the fine Japan, the fine Russia, all the fine everywhere. We want all the fine countries. So bitch, give us everything you got.
Man. Yeah. So, I mean, so
if all of those girlies.
I don't even know what they call that show. I don't even remember. So
she's on Salt Lake City?
Yes, but I don't even remember what not Jen, god damn it. I don't remember what Robin and, who was her name? The AKA? I don't remember what they called that show.
Potomac?
Yeah. No, but I don't remember what they called a podcast.
Oh, you know what I mean? The podcast. Yeah,
right,
I don't remember either. I feel like it's called Reasonably Shady. It's called something shady.
Okay.
But whatever. I don't even remember what the joke is.
It don't matter. Point. Yeah, no. We've gotten away from it, but the point remains.
Y'all go speak up at some point, but I just find it very interesting that all of a sudden now that you have something to motherfucking talk about, you don't want to talk to nobody about nothing. Beat it. You've been late and you always make the latest decisions and always make the latest motherfucking excuses. Okay? And I will be waiting.
And speaking of waiting, I have a lot to say about all these interviews Prince Harry has done promoting his new book, Spare. But I will wait until the book actually comes out. It's called Spare. You know, the like SPARE, like a spare tire. So the saying is like an heir and a spare. And William is the heir and he's the spare. So like damn, sorry. It's not supposed to be funny, friend.
Oh, it's not.
It's not supposed to be. It's not.
I didn't laugh.
All his life felt like he was a spare child, unimportant, and It's just...
It's not funny. No, it's like... Yeah.
It's not, that part is not funny, but his opinions on race and racism and what counts as racism are very funny, but I'll wait till the book comes out. So the rest of you have all week to catch up. Be ready next week, though, because I'm coming for you hoes. I'm coming for Meghan and Harry, and I am tearing that shit apart, dissecting exactly how they're wrong and in which ways once that book comes out. So just be ready for that. But
there are little Netflix shows in my watch list. I've been meaning to
it's in mine too, but I'm literally, all of that is promotion for this book, which is already, I think, the best-selling nonfiction book of all time. Like already, it's like,
what?
It's like already the fastest selling nonfiction. No, I'm not joking. Look it up. It comes out in a few days, maybe sometime this week. But it's already like one of the fastest selling nonfiction novels. It's huge. Because a member of the royal family does not tell the royal business like this.
Prince Harry autobiography is fastest selling nonfiction book ever.
What did I tell your black ass? The fastest selling. Yes, it is flying.
In the UK.
Okay. In the UK, but it is selling everywhere. It is selling everywhere.
Well, that narrows her down a bit more from my taste in vagina.
Okay. And what exactly is your taste in vagina? I would love to know. What flavor of vagina tickles your fancy? I can't believe those are the words you chose. Like, personally, I like my vagina a little tangy. I like it when she been out all day running her errands. She come home from Target and it's a little right. What are you even saying?
I don't know. I'm tired. Like, but yeah,
but I will be
but
here.
no, that's still a gag.
But I will.
I'm gonna read it,
and I will be here next week to talk about everything Prince Harry has said about race and racism and how he and his wife allegedly don't see it, but they kind of do. But Madea stepped in to save the day, and so they kind of don't.
Why can I actually see him in a Madea movie?
But Tyler Perry literally saved the day. Like, provided them shelter and security.
But separate of that, I could see him being in a movie with Madea in it.
Madea goes to London. Please. Madea goes to Buckingham. You already know he can put...
Wait, in that movie on Netflix, that one lady that came to the house wasn't she like Irish or something?
Oh, yeah,
Scottish?
the Irish. Yeah. What was her name? I don't know. Some man famous.
I don't care. That's like
type shit. But yeah. It could be Madea and Mrs. O'Brien or whoever. Go to fucking...
God, we're giving them ideas.
And Tyler don't have to spend no money.
Be done with the script by the time we're done with this podcast.
He can shoot outdoor shots of Buckingham and then build a fake indoor palace right
by
there
the
on
time
one of
we
his
say
lots.
See you next week on this episode, he'll be done. Done. And he'll shoot it this weekend.
He'll write it overnight. They'll be done by next Wednesday.
The movie will literally be out Valentine's Day weekend.
Okay. All right. I'm done. I just wanted to say, I want y'all to know I didn't forget about that. I didn't overlook it. I've seen it. But we're going to wait for Spare to come out, which honestly, my heart just breaks for him. To feel like you're the spare child is so hurtful. But he says some very dumb things about race. He and his wife both. So I look forward to reading it and then letting y'all know exactly how I feel about it. Yeah. And I think that will wrap up this week's episode of The Read. If you can stop laughing, Prince Harry. No, you find it very funny.
Strong,
yeah, no, it's so sad.
And it also gives both the title and the cover of the book give soft country blues album.
Yeah, they do.
So the fact that it doesn't have a companion soundtrack is disappointing.
Well, just you wait. I feel like between Tyler Perry and Oprah, they'll come up with something. But
anything's possible.
that will wrap up the show. Check us out on
How
social
many kids
media.
they got? 2?
Yes, Lily Bet, and I don't know, child, Harry the Third. I don't know what that little nigga name is.
They had a boy and a girl.
Yeah, I know the girl's name is Lily Bet because she was named after her trifling ass grandmama, but I don't know what the boy's name is. Meghan Markle kids. Archie. That's what it was. Because niggas was like, oh, that's
Archie
a black
was
name.
first.
Because I got a cousin and an uncle named Archie. So I remember being
Archie
like,
is kind of an old nigga
ghetto. Yeah, Archie was first, and then it's Lily Beth. But those children are very white. And y'all shouldn't. No. I'm talking about it next week. I swear to God, I'm talking about it next week. But them children are white. They are white. Stop playing with them.
I mean,
oh, they are Caucasian. Are you kidding? They're like 80% white. Stop playing with them babies. But I'm going to chill. I'm going to chill. I'm really going to chill.
I mean.
So, like I said.
Oh, cute baby.
Yeah, cute.
Wait, no, this one has to be full, like, grown by now. Oh, yeah, look. She's the new doll diva.
Yeah.
Work, Lils.
Lily Bet.
Archie got a full head of hair, half grown by now or whatever.
Yeah.
Lily is the new supreme. Step into the game, doll div. Oh, look at grandma.
These are fully like red-headed babies. They are Caucasian. So y'all can let his 20% black mama slide.
Don't let them have their little drop.
That's what I said.
They can have a drop.
That's what I said. You do got a drop. Enjoy your drop.
And look at their present black grandma.
As opposed to, oh, damn, Diana is dead. That's not funny.
No.
I was about to say, and where is they white grandma at? But never mind. She is no longer on this side. But, horrible family, the Royals. But I'm going to get into that next week. I don't even want to talk too much about it right now. But for sure it's going to happen. So.
Now I'm just looking at pictures of these cute babies.
They are adorable. They are. And I mean, especially when Meghan is like holding them on Oprah or whatever, they're super cute. But we will get to all that next week. As for now, we are wrapping up this week's episode of The Read. Check us out on social media at This Is The Read, our website, thisistheread.com. You can find our merch at shoptheread.com, our Patreon at patreon.com/theread. And I believe they just released like maybe 20 or 25 tickets for our live show. Probably by the time I was gonna say, probably by the time this episode goes live, they're not gonna be available anymore. But just in case they are, come see us on February 19th, Sunday at the Beacon. There are a few tickets that just opened up and are available for you guys. Any announcements?
Mountbatten, Windsor. My God.
Any announcements from you this week, amigo?
Archie Harrison, Mountbatten, Windsor.
That's his name. That's it.
Work.
Mm-hmm.
No. I feel like I could be like I could have a baby, but I'm a crazy person, so I shouldn't have children.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well.
Like I would, I wonder if I would be a good parent. I could do this.
Well, I think you could do it. But I also think for a lot of us, focusing on ourselves is a bigger priority. I believe that for me, and I believe it for you.
I don't think that I'm healthy enough to have to be responsible.
And if only more,
probably never will be.
If only more parents thought about it like that, this would be a better world. But they don't. And so thank you for thinking about it that thoroughly.
It's like if I had a person, like what if I made a good person and they like did good things and were like better than me?
I mean, but also what if you made a person and they were just shit and contributed absolutely nothing and actually kind of made the world worse? It could go both ways, especially if you are not ready and you don't know what you're doing. So...
Dead at Archie, literally looking like Archie. Okay, thanks for listening to the thing that we do. Goodbye.
Yes.
Go do
something
something else.
Take care of yourselves, and we will see you, slurs, next week.